Dr. Alyssa taught me a lot about boundaries in a way that I'd never thought of before. Because as a child, I did not have a lot of power or ability to even know what it meant to consent or not consent to things. Didn't understand where I began and where I ended in my body. And her framing of how do I treat myself immaculately and really giving the power back to me, realizing that I have a choice. I get to choose how I want to be touched, how I want to be spoken to. She taught me that within my skin is the birthplace of my boundaries. So, what I really took from Touch Haiku is an exercise where we practiced together feeling what does a yes feel like in our body and what does a no feel like in our body. And that's not something I had ever done before. I found that to be so valuable that I actually taught it to my 9-year-old daughter who is dealing with some frenemies at school. I showed her and I had her sit still and take some deep breaths and look within and think to herself, the next time she feels challenged by a friend or in a difficult social situation where she's feeling peer pressure, what does a yes feel like in her body and what does a no feel like in her body? And even though she's just a kid, she seemed to understand. I took notes of our course in my personal journal here. I wrote down as a trust anchor, I am the source of my own safety. So that is something that has stayed with me in the months since I've taken Touch IQ Lab. The other powerful reminder from Dr. Elisa is when she says, stay with yourself. Because for someone like me who is just perfectionistic and overthinking and really hard on myself, it's really easy to self-abandon. And without even thinking, just push my own needs aside for the sake of others, often at a very high cost to my own health and body. So if you ever have the chance to work with Dr. Lisa and Desire IQ and any of her offerings, I highly recommend it. She has a very soothing voice and presence. I feel very safe in her containers, and you'll walk away feeling more centered and more at home in your own body.